With this ongoing conversation in nutrition and recovery, it's important that we talk about protein. So protein is one of the three macronutrients that makes up a essential part of our diet. And that means that it does not, our body does not have the ability to synthesize or make these specific proteins that we need. And some of them are specifically used for maintaining muscle mass and maintaining bone density. During your period of recovery, it's not uncommon that a lot of people are going to lower the amount of food that they eat because some of the pain medication that you might be taking might not be making you have the best appetite. And that's important to understand that as you are in this process of recovery and you're thinking, maybe I don't need to eat as many calories, the contrary is actually true. We do need to be eating calories, if not maintaining calories, but specifically from protein. Now, again, protein contains some essential amino acids. That means out of the 500 amino acids that exist on planet Earth, your human body only needs 20 of them. But of those 20, 9 of them you and I do not make. So those 9 do need to come in from the diet. The best sources to acquire these amino acids are going to be from either meat products, and this can come from an assortment of animal products. It's best to think at this point in time to choose things like chicken, fish, and eggs, as they do have the least amount of inflammatory byproducts. That means they have the least likely amounts of protein that might cause some gastric irritation, right? Red meat typically can. So in those early periods of recovery, it may be best to avoid that if possible. Other sources of complete proteins can come from things like dairy. You may want to probably choose a lactose-free source for that. But they can also come from things like yogurt and cottage cheese. Again, choose a lactose-free option if possible. And lastly, they can be obtained from things like vegetables. You'll find ample amounts of proteins when you combine things like rice and beans. If we throw in there some additional things like spinach and broccoli, or things like quinoa, these can be a helpful way to have an assortment of different meals, especially if you like to have different flavors in your overall diet. But these can be ways that you achieve those essential amino acids and complete protein. Now, the amount that we need is a bit specific, and we'll cover that in the next video.